Whether you're an art student or not, you've probably come across the term Impressionism. In case you were wondering what it means, Impressionism was a 19th century movement in painting. Although the term Impressionism seems to embody elegance and delicacy, it was initially used as an insult by a French critic who described the painting as a mere impression. The painting in question was Impression Sunrise by Claude Monet. Impressionism was born in Paris. At the time, the leading authority on art in France, the French Academy of Fine Arts, was highly traditional. Mainstream artists deemed depictions of landscapes and still objects inferior, while religious and historical paintings were praised. In 1863, the Academy rejected more than half of the artworks submitted to its exhibition due to its rigorous standards and high expectations. This led to a public outcry as people demanded the opportunity to judge the rejected artworks for themselves. In response, the French monarch Napoleon III granted the creation of an exhibition of rejected artworks, known as Salon des Refusés, literally the Room of Rejects. Amongst the 780 works exhibited, the oil painting Luncheon on the Grass by Impressionist Edouard Manet, portraying a female nude having a picnic with two dressed men, drew public attention and received controversial comments, mostly criticizing Manet's blatant disregard of the mainstream art form. Despite significant criticism, the Salon des Refusés exposed the French public to the existence of an entirely new art style, Impressionism. We now know how the Impressionist movement started, but you may ask, what makes Impressionist art impressionist? The Impressionists aimed to capture the momentary sensory effect of a scene, in a way that the viewer may only catch the scene with a glance. To achieve this, Impressionist artworks have broken colors or brushstrokes that give an impression of the image rather than a refined, detailed work. Impressionist artists lighten their palettes to include pure and blended colors to make their works more vibrant. The subjects of such paintings were as innovative as the techniques used to paint them. Instead of depicting mythology and historical events, many Impressionists painted scenes of the contemporary urban life. In order to capture the urban scenery, Impressionist artists walked outside of their art studios and painted outdoors instead. They sought to capture the optical effects of light, to convey the passage of time, changes in weather, and other shifts of the atmosphere on their canvas. In other words, the impression. One of the most iconic Impressionist painters is Claude Monet. Monet was born in 1840 and became one of the founding fathers of French Impressionism in his early 30s. Monet was interested in painting in the open air and was fascinated with natural light and colors. He became widely known for his paintings of haystacks and water lilies, produced by observing the same such objects at different times of the day, capturing the change in natural light in numerous sequences of paintings. As an inspiration and a leader amongst the Impressionists, Monet was crucial in organizing the Exhibition Society that showcased the group's works between 1874 and 1886. Under his influence, many aspiring and talented artists joined the group, and Impressionism grew to become one of the most popular art styles of its time, leaving behind a huge legacy in art history, as even more new movements emerged inspired by it. All in all, what makes Impressionism such a timeless art style is that it broke away from the classical view that art should only obey established conventions. Impressionists turned their sights beyond and above, painting the world around them as they saw it. At a time when people expected paintings to be inspirational and uplifting, Impressionists painted nature and modern subjects. People of that time saw themselves in Impressionism, the bustle of the modern city, the rise of the suburb, and the embrace of the new era. As Monet himself said, "Everyone discusses my art and pretends to understand, as if it were necessary to understand, when it is simply necessary to love."